joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism ride. Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the towers, and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid riches. Grenade bitches, they dynamite, blowing up on the pimpin' and missing when the time is right. But when they life gets strife, they see pimpin' shining bright, but they action is life without. Bitch, one strike, you out. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches, nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches, nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches, nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches, nigga. See, that's the difference, nigga. The pimpin' mashin' for these riches, nigga. Nothing like you master magician niggas. Smoking mirrors with your game, hella extras to reflect the opposite appearance of a lame. Bitches coming from y'all, I can't rock with those. 10-footed and rooted in them doctor shows. Soft shoe rituals, minute residuals. Papers on life support, your loots and critical. Something I learned about when running my earned route. Then working with turnouts is murdering burnouts. Cause knocking one of you niggas for a scar bitch. That's knocking one of you niggas for some garbage. I'm heartless regardless, empty with sympathy, but banked up to the max with pimpathy. No remedy for me, I'm like this. My life is vice grip, synced in permanent ink. You can't rewrite this. My blood type is P positive, beautifully deposited with a lot of it. I'm popping this shit, and when I pop it so hard I make a trapping ass bad bitch wanna hoe hard. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches, nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches, nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches, nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches, nigga. Come on, pimpin', man, pop that shit. Show these sucker niggas they can't stop that shit. Let these hookers know if they wanna cop that shit. Treat the bag like it's hot, bitch, and drop that shit. And to you hoes, if you ever took a loss, bitch, show these bitches how to bounce back like a boss, bitch. Let them know that the best way to floss, bitch, is reach that paper to some pimpin' hoe and toss it. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches, nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches, nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches, nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches, nigga. Joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism ride. Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun. Peace and blessings to everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Freeze Is It. I'm your host, the God Anointed Game Appointed Pimp. Freeze Is It. You already know, man, when you step into a pimp's domain, wipe your feet off at the door. Hit that like button. And you already know my first order of business. Pimp got to put some love in his body, man. Yes, indeed. Appreciate y'all tuning in and tapping in with a pimp. I see y'all. Okay, Goldie in the house. Ronaldo, Jason, blessings. You got to play that tablespoon of game in the intro one time. Yeah, I might start switching it up, due to popular demand, because I've been getting a few requests. Mr. O with the info, salute. Calvin McDougal, deuces, peace. Texas Cyclone, listen to this at least once a day. I appreciate you, man. Zeb Johnson, what up, Freeze? When you going to make a song for Sin? It's coming, man. Stuff like that you just gotta let it happen as it does, man. Jose, Freeze. Don't you think it's time to put your brother's work out there for the work to see a side of you trying to make money off his name? Hey, listen, man, and by the way, mods, let him breathe, just because I'm rebuking somebody don't mean that you gotta, put them on timeout or delete their comment or anything like that. But listen, man, Jose, this the thing, right? See, this internet gives you a certain type of, it has a certain type of effect on people, right? And it makes you, it makes it to the point where you just feel like everybody's business is your business. But everybody's business ain't your business, man. And when it comes to somebody like a Sinful to P and him having his platform and all of that, appreciate the game, appreciate the content, appreciate the humor, appreciate the creativeness and everything that Sinful had to offer and still has to offer, right? Concerning yourself with what's happening with his peoples and what I got to do with his peoples and what I should be doing in regards to his peoples, hey, that's none of your damn business. You know what I mean? Like you worried about the wrong shit. You really shouldn't be worried about anything at all, but that's the last thing you need to be worried about. You know what I mean? Just mind your business, man. It's okay to mind your business. I know because so many people on the internet put their personal business out there to you. It just, like I said, it has that effect on you to make you believe like, damn, everybody's business is my business. But no, man. And if you worried about something like that, then that means you need to get some business of your own, because people who got their own business to mind, they don't worry about, damn, I wonder if Freeze is over there with Sinful's hoes. I wonder what he doing with Sinful's hoes. I wonder if he gonna put them on the platform too. Hey, man, mind your damn business, man. That ain't none of your damn business. Go get you some business of your own, because you obviously ain't got no business, man. And maybe when I start doing consultations, man, you could call me and we could do a consultation and figure out what kind of business you need to be minding, because you obviously ain't got none and you probably ain't figured out what your business need to be, and I can help you with that. But right now, don't be worrying about other people's business, man. That ain't good for you. But back to this game that we never left, in the words of Sinful to P. Yeah, man. I wanted to talk about, girlfriends with cat for sale, man, because it's a lot of them. I'll go as far as to say the majority of ladies out there with cat for sale are girlfriends. And, some who Because, you know, everybody with cat for sale don't consider themselves a 304, right? It's all kind of different classifications. Some consider themselves 304s. Some consider themselves renegades. Some consider themselves just an escort. Some consider themselves just a stripper. Some consider themselves just an OnlyFans model or an Instagram model or whatever the case may be. And all of these is women in all these different categories that got cat for sale, right? But obviously all of them ain't 304s. But you got some that blur the lines though. You got some girlfriends that really truly believe that they 304s. So we gonna break this game down, man, and separate game from lame and give some clarity to this shit, man, because it's some females out there that genuinely don't know the difference and believe that what they believe is right. And, you know, they haven't been enlightened. They haven't been, you know, their horizons haven't expanded to the point where they can see things for what it really is. So that's what a pimp is here for, you know, to give you this game. So yeah, man, it's so many things that really make you a girlfriend. And see, this is the thing, right? See, right now, I don't think there's ever been a time more profitable to be a female than now. Like now, all you have to do is be a female, and especially if you have something like you know how to market your physical blessings on the internet, it can be very profitable. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be talented. All you got to do is have something that is physically attractive and, you know, have enough sense to market it the right way, and it could be profitable for you. You know, some females market their feet. They use their feet to make a lot of money. Others use their ass. They know how to shake their ass real good, and they know how to monetize that. Others use they knockers. You know what I mean? They know how to market their knockers real good. Others use their face, their lips, you know, their hips, a number of things, right? But my point is, there's never been a time where it was so easy to market yourself as a woman and get paid, right? Just for being a woman. That's it. Or a female. Just for being a female. No credentials, no talent, no skills. Nothing, right? It's never been like this. Like from the 2000s on back, 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, all throughout history, it's never been a time where you could just be a female and make money just for being a female, you know? And even as a porn star, you know, porn stars used to have to put in a lot of work. They probably still do. I don't know. But I know back in the day, you know, porn stars, they was on their back all day long, busted it open all day long, getting ran up in all day long. You know what I mean? Walking funny at the end of the day, every day. You dig? So whether or not people think of it that way, once upon a time, it was a lot of work and hard work to be a porn star, right? You know, and especially a 304. Hold on just a second, y'all. Stay right there, y'all. Give me just a second. I got to do something real quick. Hold on. All right, I'm back with y'all. But yeah, even the things that, are considered like unconventional career paths or what have you. Back in the days, it requires some work. But nowadays, you don't really have to put in any work. And it didn't used to be like that. Like, you couldn't just be a female and make money just because you're a female. Right? It didn't used to be like that, but it is now though, right? So because of this, a lot of people get confused and think that they're supposed to be a boss as well, right? Or a lot of females, because they have such earning potential and earning capabilities, and they get to touching some money. And it's, even though it may not be a whole bunch of money, it's just more money than they're accustomed to ever making. But it ain't like change your life money though, right? But in their mind it is. The pimping, we know that's one thing that ain't changed. That's one thing that's still the same. That was the same back in the day as it is now. What a 304 considers to be some real money versus what the pimping considers to be some real money, always two different things. So that's why you can't, as the pimping, you can't never just leave it at the 304 talking about, oh yeah, I'm checking it. I got a bankroll. I got this, I got that. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. No, you got to clarify. Well, what do you consider a bankroll? You know what I mean? How much money do you have over there? Then once she tell you, you're going to be like, oh, bitch, you ain't got no money. So, but whatever the case, right? A lot of females magnify small shit in their mind. So that'll give them the impression that just because they have, more spending power than they normally do, that means they a boss or, a leader or somebody of power or what have you. Right. But, for a lot of chicks, man, they lifespan at whatever it is that they doing to get money just by being a female ain't gonna be that long, right? Because gravity kicks in, all kind of stuff kick in, time start working against you at some point, and you ain't gonna be able to do the things that you could do at 22 that you at 32 or 42, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna be able to do the things you was doing at 22, right? So, you got a lot of girlfriends running to the game though. And this the thing though, right? A lot of them do it, like I said, because they lazy. But they start touching money and feel like they a boss. But what they don't understand is they really should stick to their 9 to 5 or they square life or whatever it is, right? Like it's a lot of squares running to the game from all different kind of other career paths. You know what I mean? It's real estate agents running to the game. It's managers at Target running to the game. Managers at Starbucks running to the game. And they like to pick and choose the parts of the game that they want to accept and try to discard other important parts of the game too, right? And this is why I say that they girlfriends, because they don't want to accept the entire game for what it is. Those of us that really is about this life understand you got to take the bitter with the sweet. You got to take all of it. You got to accept all of it, good, bad, and ugly, right? It's parts of the game that I don't like, but I still accept. You know what I mean? And at this point, I just embrace it all. But, I'm saying all of this to say it's a whole lot of confused young ladies in the game that are really girlfriends by nature. And one thing about girlfriends, they really should be either somebody's student or somebody's employee, right? And a lot of them think that they gonna touch this money and start a business. They gonna open a nail shop. They gonna open a hair shop. They gonna become an esthetician. They gonna become a stylist and all this old shit. Hey, that sound good, but see, what they don't understand is, it still requires work to do any of that. All of that stuff, opening a business is work. It's not sweet. You know what I mean? But see, this the thing about it, right? I learned a very valuable lesson when I was about 21 years old from my pops, right? I've told this story before. Some of y'all done heard me tell this story before. But when I was 21 years old, right? This before I was in the game, I was hustling and I was touching some money, right? So my pops, he loved to cook. He a beast in the kitchen. So I came to him one day. I said, Dad, man, if you had the money to open your own restaurant, would you do it? Now, I'm 21, right? And at the time, my dad was working at a auto body shop, right? So he was doing like hard labor. He was busting his ass every day, like doing hard manual labor, right? So, and he was making decent money doing that, but when I proposed this to him, I just knew he was going to be like, oh, hell yeah. But to my surprise, he said no, he wouldn't. I'm like, damn, for real? I'm like, but Dad, you love to cook. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you open your own restaurant if you could? And he told me, he said, see, son, you're the type of person to be an entrepreneur, open a business, lead people, all that kind of stuff. He said, me, I'm a worker. You know what I mean? I'm the type of person that you give me a task and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability, but it's not my place to run things or start a business or run a business or any of that. I'm just a worker. So when he told me that shit was such an eye opener, right? Because it's something about our culture as, urban black people, right? Everybody want to be a boss. And people don't understand that everybody's not best suited to be that. Some people are better suited being workers, right? Some people are better suited being given an assignment and then executing that to the best of their ability, right? So my dad is fortunately one of those people who understands his position and doesn't want anything beyond that, right? And if more of us understood that, if more of us understood how to identify where we're best suited and then play that role to the best of our ability, we'd be a whole lot better off as a people, right? So I say all of that to say you got a lot of girlfriends in the game that, you got all these rappers, that ain't even really 304s, but they rap about 304 type shit. And, even though it comes off as, it come off, the rappers themselves are confused, and by them having influence, they confusing the masses, right? So now you got a whole bunch of little young chicks running around that think they Lotto. You got all these chicks running around, think they Stunner Girl, think they Meg Thee Stallion, think they Cardi B. And that's not you, right? And even them, they're rapping about a bunch of shit that they don't know nothing about and that they not doing. And it's not really their life. It's just the popular thing to talk about right now, right? But it's a lot of confused young ladies out there, right? This, got their feet in the wrong shoes, walking down the wrong path. And if they understood, if they knew how to identify their role and execute that role to the best of their ability, they'd be a whole lot better off. And see, it looks very appealing and it sounds very appealing for a square ass girlfriend that might be, a student or a worker, and she probably got a friend, and this friend making the game look real good to her, right? And the friend is confused herself. The friend ain't even really in the game like that. She probably just got a couple of regulars or one good regular that she don't even be breaking on. Just picture this, right? Picture a square who ain't never been in the game, ain't never caught a date, and she works a regular job, whatever that may be, right? But she punches a clock. She works 40 hours a week, and she finds herself to be attractive, and she got a friend that she's real cool with. The friend does not work a 9 to 5. The friend, she got a regular, or whatever you want to call him, a trick that pays her bills, buys her what she wants, and she sees her friend doing all of this and it looked real good because she's on one end busting her ass, working 40 hours a week just to live a decent lifestyle. Meanwhile, her friend who doesn't work is living a lifestyle that to her is better than what she got going on, right? Little does she know. But she see the friend, where the friend lives in her mind is better than where she lives. How the friend dresses is better than how she dresses. The friend got designer bags that she can't afford. The friend the friend drives a car that's in her mind better than the car that she drive. So, that stuff looks very appealing to her. But what she don't know about this friend of hers, right? First of all, the friend of hers don't be breaking on the trick. The friend of hers, if she does get any money from the trick, is very little. It's not enough to live on. It's probably like 200 here, 100 there, 250 here, so on and so forth, right? But she's not breaking on him. Now, this trick is buying her whatever she wants and paying all of her bills, but she's not touching no money. So that's one, right? That's one thing. And then also, what the friend that works the 9 to 5 don't understand about this chick is that if she loses this one trick, her whole life is going to be turned on its ear. Her life is going to be in a disarray. If something happens where this trick is not able to pay her bills no more, she going to be on the square friend's doorstep, trying to see if she could, sleep on her couch. That's what she don't understand. But it looks very good though to somebody who works real hard and in their mind still ain't living as good as this friend with this trick that's paying all her bills. You know what I mean? And then not just that, not only if the trick cuts her off, her life is going to be in shambles. Also, everything is in the trick's name. The car is in the trick's name. The condo or apartment or wherever she live, that's in the trick's name. Right? And she don't understand that, if she understood everything about her friend's business, she wouldn't even be her lifestyle wouldn't even appeal to her. She'd be like, oh yeah, that's cool, but that ain't gonna last. It looks good right now, but that ain't really gonna last, right? But this square that worked this 9 to 5 job, she thinks she can do the same thing. Not understanding that, hey, It's okay to work a 9 to 5. It's actually great for a lot of people to work a 9 to 5. A lot more people should be working 9 to 5s that are not working 9 to 5s, right? You know, depending on what 9 to 5 you work, you have benefits. You know what I mean? You have a system set in place that you can rely upon, as opposed to when you in the game, it's all on you. You don't have to, you don't have somebody that's going to cut you a check at the end of the week, every week, for the work that you do, right? In the game, you have, it's more on what you do, right? Whereas that 9 to 5, you're going to get a check as long as you show up to work and do your job. You're going to get a check at the end of the week every week. Right? And, you know, it's just so many benefits to having a 9 to 5. Now, of course, in the game, it's ways around shit. It's ways to make things happen. But, you know, there's certain doors that you can get through with a 9 to 5 much easier than somebody who doesn't have a 9 to 5, right? If you have a proof of income, which some people in the game do have, but a lot of people in the game don't have, right? It's just, you know, it's a lot of benefits to working a 9 to 5, and there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5, right? But a lot of females in the game that are really girlfriends at heart, you know, get intrigued by the lifestyle and jump in just for the money. And see, that's what they don't think about. The only thing about the lifestyle that appeals to you is the money. And if you get if you gonna quit your 9 to 5 and jump in the lifestyle just for the sake of money, you making a mistake. You making a mistake. You need to stay at your 9 to 5. Because you got to weigh it out. Okay, at your 9 to 5, you make money. In the game, you can make money. You don't even know. But you might dibble and dabble and figure out that you can make money in the game. Okay, cool. But because you're only getting into the game just for the money, you know, you making a mistake, because there's so much that comes with the game that you have to accept, that you have to embrace. There's so much understanding about the game that you have to adopt and do away with that old understanding. You got to be born again. If you really gonna get in the game and play it the right way and benefit from it to the best of your ability, you're going to have to see things totally different. You know what I mean? The way you deal with men, the way you see men, right? If you're going to have a man in your life, which you should if you get in the game, the type of man that you would have in this lifestyle versus the type of man that you would have as a square, totally different. So the way that you see the man in your life has to be totally different than it would be if you were staying at that 9 to 5 and you just meet some guy like that. It's totally different. So yeah, you can make some money, but if you don't understand all aspects of the game and accept all aspects of the game, even the aspects of the game that you disagree with and don't like, if you don't accept it all, you're making a mistake. You need to stay at your job or stay in school or stay doing whatever you're doing that don't have nothing to do with the game. And see, this is why the game got such a black eye on it, right? This is why the game got such a bad stain on it, right? Because a lot of these girls that I just described are popular on the internet and portray themselves as 304s. A lot of the girls that I just described that fit the description of what I just laid out are the girls that you see on Soft White Underbelly. You know what I mean? With a wig that's leaning to the side, a wig that's all matted, a wig that looked like it had been ran over by 20 cars, tattoos that look like they was paid for with top ramen, feet busted and disgusted, hands look like she been working on cars, and then they telling sob stories about the game. They don't have anything good to say about the game. Most of the chicks that you see on Soft White Underbelly got drug habits. Most of the chicks that you see on Soft White Underbelly is struggling. Some of them is homeless, but they portraying themselves as 304s. These are people that do not belong in the game. These are people that left the game or left their lifestyle. They were students. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find. It's this one chick that was on there not too long ago. Let me see if I can find her. Hold on. See if I can show y'all. Where is she? Oh, here she go. Hold up. Let me see. If you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. Hit that like button. Hold on. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Now, this chick right here is a prime example of the shit that I'm talking about. Now, to give you a little bit of to catch you up on things with this interview right here, this chick right here was in college. I think she said she was going to UNLV, and she could be putting some yeast on her story. I honestly believe she was putting some yeast on some things, but according to her, she was going to UNLV. She was living in Vegas. She from the East Coast somewhere. I forget where, but she from the East Coast. She moved to Vegas to go to UNLV, and she followed behind some broad, which is, like I said, like everything I just was breaking down. She had a friend that was getting down, and she followed behind that friend, came and got in the game, but is miserable now. Don't even really want to be in the game. But, she caught up in the little fast money and all that type of shit. Just listen to this chick.
It puts you on a like a type of mood or a type of like feeling like, I don't know, you probably feel disgust. I don't know, most girls probably don't admit it, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel disgusted with myself for what I do, for doing this, for even exposing myself like this. And I say that I never see myself doing this, and I would always talk about the girls that do this and stuff like that. And it's like, now that I'm doing it, and it's like, I'm not anybody to judge anybody. I wasn't anybody to judge anybody for what they were doing and what they were going through. And it's not like, this shit is hard. This shit is not easy at all. Like, and now that I'm going through it, it's like, that shit is like, I don't know. And I know I'm not making my family happy. It's like, I know this is not making anybody else happy. It's not making me go further in life with what I need to do with myself. And I feel like it's just distracting me, to be honest. And I feel like it's just, like the money is just, the fast money is the only thing that is the only benefit. Like, because mentally, you're going to be gone. Mentally, you're going to be drained. Like, mentally, it's like, you're going to lose yourself, basically. Like,
of course. You know what I mean? So you heard what she just said. First of all, she said she feels disgusted by what she does. and that she never saw herself doing it. She said she would never do this, right? So she went from being somebody who would never do this to now she's doing it and she feels disgusted, but she liked the fast money. You know what I mean? Like, you see how confused this chick is, first of all, and then she talking about how hard it is, this, that, and third, and she losing herself in it. Hey, this is the results of a girlfriend with cat for sale who shouldn't have cat for sale, for one, and then two, has come into the game and, you know, like I said, you know, picking and choosing, like I gave the analogy before about a pizza, right? See, the game is like a pizza. You know, if you gonna take the pizza, you got to eat the whole thing, right? This chick is one of them chicks like, I don't like these anchovies, or I don't like this sausage. This is cool, but I'm gonna take this sausage off. I don't want to deal with that. Oh, these pepperonis, nah, I don't want that. I'm cool with the pineapple, but I'm gonna take these pepperonis off. Nah, you know, hold the Parmesan cheese. I don't want that. Give me some pepper. That's her. And when you do the game like that, you gonna have the outcome that she's having. You know what I mean? Talking about she losing herself and this, that, and the third. See, what people don't understand, who this is the only point of reference they have to the game, is that a real 304 that got some pimping in her life, her experience, her testimony is going to be completely night and day from this chick. Right? See, that's what people don't understand. When you have the right counterpart in your life, it makes everything that much greater. And that goes beyond just the game. That goes for squares too. When you see squares in a healthy relationship, they tend to do a lot better than squares that, you know, can't, like a square chick that can't find a good man in her life, or, you know, even a guy that can't find a good woman in his life, you know, keep picking the wrong people. Like a square broad who keep picking the wrong people, even if she working a 9 to 5 or whatever, you know, she's not going to thrive as well as two squares in a happy and healthy relationship that's building with each other, right? So it's the same thing with the game. People think they could just get into the game and they see dollar signs and think that's all it is to it, not understanding that it's a whole lot that goes with the game, right? So, you know, this chick right here is a prime example of what I'm talking about. Prime example of girlfriends with cat for sale who ain't got no business in this shit. No business. You shouldn't be involved in this shit at all. You know? And Ray Gunn, good looking with the $2 holla. I forgot to acknowledge you. Excuse my pimping. But yeah. She don't understand. See, like I said, if it's true, which I don't know, I kind of doubt that she was a UNLV student. It's possible she could have been. But, you know, these chicks be getting on these platforms lying through their teeth. You know what I mean? Straight lying. I remember I seen a chick one time on Fresh and Fit, man. You know how Fresh and Fit be having all them girls up there, man. See, this what people don't be knowing. These chicks be lying. It was a chick on Fresh and Fit, man, which, you know, they show was in Miami. This is at the time when I was still living in Miami. But this chick was on Fresh and Fit, like, just talking a big one. You know, big old popping it. Like, she just got her shit together. Life is just so great. But she was delusional because this same chick, when I seen her on Fresh and Fit, I was like, damn, that's the chick that my partner had just moved. Like, my partner had moved her, was trying to knock her, but come to find out she was just, you know, a pretty bum, beautiful trash. You know, she was an attractive young lady, but she was living in a homeless shelter. living in a shelter. Now, if you got to resort to a shelter and, figure it out, it is what it is, right? But don't get to popping it like you're just doing it so big when you're in a shelter. You shouldn't be popping it at all. You should be figuring out a plan and then executing that plan to get your ass up out of that shelter. You shouldn't be pretending that you're somebody that you're not. But that's why I say, chicks be delusional and chicks be lying. Now, this same chick that I'm talking about that was staying in the homeless shelter that was on Fresh and Fit looking good. She was looking good on Fresh and Fit, just like she was looking good when my partner had moved her. I was there when he moved her. You know what I mean? She was looking good. But at the end of the day, when he dropped her off at the shelter, which was crazy. You know what I mean? Once he established that, this ain't going to work, I got 304s, and if you don't want to be one of them, you know what I mean? If you ain't cool with having wifeys and all that, hey, it's cool. No hard feelings. Where you want me to drop you off? And then when he drops her off, it's the homeless shelter. And that was another thing too. This chick was talking about how she was married to some wealthy person in Canada and all this old crazy shit. And like she was still married to him at the time, so she was saying. And it's like, bitch, if you got this rich husband, why are you in the shelter? See, these chicks be delusional. They want you to believe something that they don't even believe. And it'd be crazy. Instead of just accepting who you are, they be like running from the truth like it's COVID. So I say all that to say, I don't know if this chick is lying about her being a UNLV student. She might be, she might not be. I don't know. But if it was the case that she was going to UNLV and she got out, she stopped going to school to get in the game, it just goes to show you, like, the things that we find appealing, us as black people, the things that we find appealing, the things that we are attracted to is crazy. You know what I mean? Or the reason behind why we do the things we do is crazy. You know what I mean? Sometimes it ain't so much wrong about what you're doing, but the reason why you're doing it can be totally wrong. You know what I mean? Now, the way she's going about it, what she's doing is wrong because she in the game trying to renegade. She followed a renegade into the game and then, probably ain't even around that renegade no more. I didn't watch this whole interview, but, just crazy. Hold on. Tyler, good looking with the $2 holla, man. Blessings, hit the like button. Indeed. They trying to scam Mark out of money and he keeps on giving. Yeah. Mark is a big old trick. You know what I mean? Probably ain't the wisest trick though, because he like these little raggedy chicks. I don't think Mark like tricking on, clean, wholesome 304s with they shit together. They high maintenance. They look real good and they can hold a decent conversation. I don't think Mark liked them type of chicks. Mark liked them chicks that got a couple of bullet wounds. You know what I mean? C-section on their stomach, the zipper on their stomach because they done been shot in their stomach or shot in their ribs or something. You know what I mean? Them type of chicks that done had to jump out of a trick's car and got dragged 50 feet. Missing a 2 for 2. Got a $20 wig on and you could see the nappy ass naps on the back of her neck underneath the wig. He liked them type of bras, man. You know what I mean? Got dirt under their nails because they ain't washed their hands since last year. Mark liked them type of chicks, man. That's why he be interviewing all them type of chicks, because he know, like, he ain't gonna really have to pay a whole lot. He just likes to spend money on chicks, though. But he know that that's gonna be his way in by letting them do an interview. You know what I mean? He know if he let them do an interview, he gonna have action. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but Mark, he don't like well put together chicks. He like them little raggedy, you know what I mean, skid row, rough. You know what I mean? It's amazing that she's still alive as broads. You know what I mean? Like, he liked them. You know what I mean? He liked them chicks that be having brushes with death every day. That's who Mark like. You know, he into them roughnecks. You know? And I don't know why, but that's what he into. And you could tell it's a preference thing because, yeah, he interviews other ethnicities sometimes, but as you see, the majority of I'm just talking about the females. The majority of the females that he interviews is black. And not even like the best of the black women. Like, he go after the raggedy ones. So that's how you know it's a preference thing. That's how you know that's what he into. Because he don't even try to mix it up. Like, every once in a while, he'll interview somebody that's a different ethnicity. White girl here and there, Mexican chick here and there, Asian chick here and there. But the majority, raggedy ass black women. Roughnecks who done been through it. You know what I mean? So that's how you know it's like really a preference thing with Mark. He just liked them raggedy chicks. And that's cool. You know, if that's what you like, hey, it is what it is, man. You know, I just wish he would do some higher caliber tricking, though. You know what I mean? I wish he'll trick on somebody that's really getting pimped on. I wish he would do that. I wish he'd, contribute to a pimp's household, you know, instead of them little raggedy dumpster diving. That's what Mark be doing. He be dumpster diving for these bras, man. Put some love in my body. If you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you step to a pimp's domain, please do so now. Hit that like button. So like I said, you got the game flooded with these type of chicks that I just showed you. That's what you got to understand. The majority of chicks that's in the game, the majority of them chicks on Figueroa, you know, is these type of chicks. Now this chick don't really, the one I just showed, she don't really look like a dope fiend for real, but you never know, man. It's a dice roll. Ain't no telling. It's a coin toss. She may be, she may not be, but if she is, she ain't too far gone, you know, but hopefully she ain't a dope fiend. But the majority of chicks that's on the blade or in an in call, they really don't belong in the game. They really should be somebody's girlfriend, somebody's employee, somebody's student, and just leave the game alone. I liked it better when the game wasn't as attractive as it is, because the game is a lot more attractive to square broads than it used to be. I liked it better when the majority of square chicks looked at 304s like, ugh, nasty, yuck. I liked it better like that because it was a higher likelihood that if you caught a chick that was in the game, she really was into the game. See, like how this chick was talking about how she feels disgusted and all of that. Yeah, that's because you doing a lot of crazy stuff with tricks that you ain't got no business doing. That's why you feel disgusted. You probably doing raw business. You probably letting tricks put their DNA on you. You know, you probably just doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff that you ain't got no business doing, that if you had some pimping in your life, you wouldn't even be thinking about doing. But that's why she feel disgusted. So, you know, real 304s that's getting guidance and instructions in game every day from some ism. Real 304s that are connoisseurs of the fine art of breaking on a trick, not just getting some money. See, it's a difference. All these chicks get some money from a trick, but it's different when you understand the art of breaking on a trick. It's a true art form. There is an art form to breaking on a trick, as opposed to just taking whatever money the trick feel like giving you. That's what most of these chicks is doing. They just taking whatever money the trick feel like giving them. The trick feel like giving them $40. That's cool. The trick feel like giving them $50. That's cool. The trick feel like giving them $80 or $60. That's cool. But real 304s that know how to break on tricks, they don't feel disgusted by what they do, because they love breaking on tricks and they not bending over backwards in order to get something from a trick. They not jumping through flaming hoops and swimming through quicksand and wrestling alligators just to get a few dollars from a trick, like this chick I just showed you is doing, and the majority of chicks out there is doing. You know, them real 304s, that's another thing about it too. See, this chick right here that I just showed you on Soft White Underbelly, that's another thing about her too. See, she don't understand that, you know, the game is cutthroat. She don't understand that the street life ain't sweet. So she don't understand that you're not supposed to be trusting tricks. You're not supposed, she probably be telling the tricks all her business. She probably sit down and tell the trick her family problems. She's sitting down telling the trick her, you know, financial woes and how she don't know what she gonna eat today, and she don't know where she gonna stay today. She need to get a room, and she ain't got no gas money for her car and all. She's sitting up telling the trick all these problems, and it's not in order to, you know, get him to break her off, you know, which is better game out there than that. But she just doing it because she needs somebody to vent to. She need a shoulder to cry on, so she trusting the trick with all her personal business. You know what I mean? She telling him issues that he shouldn't even be privy to. She shouldn't even be talking to him about that, but she doing it. So she thinks the trick is her friend. She treating the trick like her confidant. And again, you gonna feel disgusted when you doing stuff like that. When you getting too up close and personal with the trick, yeah, you gonna feel disgusted. You gonna be you gonna get lost in the game. Moving like that. Hell yeah. So, you know, real 304s on the other hand, real 304s understand that, you know, the trick ain't to be, you ain't supposed to get personal with the trick. You supposed to keep it all business with the trick. You know? Now, of course, any real 304 is a good actress, so you know, she gonna be getting her Angela Bassett on. You know what I mean? She gonna be getting her Halle Berry on. But it's not up close and personal with the trick in the real 304. The real 304 is coming to break them, and that's it. You know, these chicks be doing all kind of stuff. See, this how you know it be stuff like this, right? This how you know a chick is coming into the game looking at this lifestyle through square ass lenses and treating people in the lifestyle like she was treating people in her square ass life when she was working at her 9 to 5 and had her square boyfriend and all this, that, and the third. You know how like when a square chick, she meet a dude, she start dating him, and after she done dated him a few times and she feel like he trustworthy, then she introduce him to her kids and all that type of stuff. These square ass girlfriends that's in the game be doing that with tricks. I done seen it so many times, man, where this chick, this square girlfriend with her cat for sale, she meet a trick, you know, take a liking to the trick, and then next thing you know, the trick got her and her kids at Hometown Buffet. The trick got her and her kids at IHOP. And that's crazy. You got this trick around your kids. That is crazy. And they calling him Tom. Mom, can we go to dinner with Tom again? The kids like Tom because Tom gonna take them to the toy store. He gonna buy them whatever toys they want. You know what I mean? Tom gonna take them to the movies and let them get big popcorn and big candy. You know what I mean? They like Tom. Tom is so cool. And this goofy ass broad don't even understand, like, bitch, Tom is just a client and it's not supposed to go no further than that. These kids shouldn't even know anything about Tom's existence. These are people who do not belong in the game. They have no business in the game. Again, a real 304 that understands the game and has accepted all aspects of the game would never do anything like that. Real 304 ain't never introducing her kids to no trick. That's crazy. But you know, the girlfriend with cat for sale, she thinks that's okay because when she was working her 9 to 5 and the last boyfriend that she had, once she dated him a few times, they went out to eat a few times on dates, you know, whatever, a few times, and she got to felt like he was trustworthy. She introduced her kids to him. So she treating the game the same way. She treating the trick the same way she treat her boyfriend. And the cold part about it, you can't tell these type of chicks nothing about no pimping. And I'm glad. I'm glad it's that way because a pimp get wrapped up with somebody like that and it, you know, it can't do anything but go bad. It's only going to go bad. Pimps get knocked by tricks daily. Nah. You know, real pimping don't really necessarily get knocked by no trick now. You do got some cases where a broad will, you know, blow up on some pimping and run off with the trick. That does happen. But, you know, the pimping need to look at that like, you know, that trick did you a favor. Because them type of chicks, you keep them around, it's like holding a grenade. You got to keep holding it. And in that case, you know, it's like the trick. It's like the grenade exchanged hands. You know, now the trick holding the grenade. So if it blow up on him, that's on him. But he done carried the grenade far away from you. That's how you need to look at that. Because again, a real 304, she's never running off with no trick. Real 304s ain't attracted to tricks. They not trusting tricks. They not comfortable with tricks. They not friends with tricks. None of that. So you never have to worry about a real 304 running off with no trick. But again, the game is flooded with so many girlfriends who have no business in the game. They do not belong in the game. They do that kind of shit. Doing TikTok challenges with the trick. They got the phone leaning against a soda can on a coffee table, and they stepping back doing TikTok challenges with the trick. Crazy. In the hotel room in the in-call. Crazy. Brother Bill, good looking with the $2 holler. Glory to God for this game. Blessings. Absolutely. Yeah, so these chicks just be getting too up close and personal with tricks, and that's a clear indication that they are girlfriends with cat for sale. They need to go back to their square ass life, whatever they was doing with their square ass self. You know. And see, sometimes these chicks end up with pimping. And see, you know, pimping gotta understand, right? It's a different type of time. So because the times are different, the way these chicks are is different. The way these chicks see things, the way they think, the way they behave, the way they move is totally different than it used to be. See, back in the day, like for instance, right? I remember, I'm going to say that story for another time. But basically my point is, back in the day, if you had a chick that was working a 9 to 5 or going to college or something like that, and she put that to the side to get in the game, it was a higher likelihood that she was going to accept the game for what it is and get involved and possibly thrive in the game, right? But a chick who would do something like that in 2024, her mindset is totally different. Her outlook on things is totally different, right? See, you thinking that you about to have a hoe, right? But this girlfriend that's willing to leave her square life behind and get in the game, she not looking at it like that. She probably will say that to you. Yeah, I'll be your 304. Yeah, I'm willing to hand it over and all this, that, and the third. But what she say out her mouth and what she say with her actions oftentimes is going to be two totally different things. It's not going to be the same. So pimping, you gotta know how to separate game from lame with these chicks. And you gotta understand that just because she's willing to break a trick and hand it over to you doesn't mean you got you a 304. It don't mean that. It means that she might, you know, like making money. She might like getting money from tricks, and she don't mind handing it over to you. But it's a difference between a chick who don't mind handing it over to you and a chick that love handing it over to you. You know, shout out to the real 304s out there who love handing it over, who don't want to hold on to it for too long because they just can't wait to hand it over. Yeah, shout out to y'all. You know, pimpin' know you out there, and I appreciate you. I recognize you. Salute. You dig? But yeah, that girlfriend, you got to understand she's never done this before. And, you know, she ain't even trying to understand it because maybe the way she was raised, you know, she's so ingrained in that, she don't even understand. But yeah, man. Hey, listen. We're going to take a quick little intermission, you dig? If you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. Hit that like button and don't go nowhere. Chuck Woolery time, man. 2 minutes, 2 seconds. It's one of them joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism, right? Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimping and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, just that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the towers, and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid riches. Grenade bitches, they dynamite, blowing up on the pimpin' and missing when the time is right. But when they life gets strife, they see pimpin' shining bright, but they action is life without. Bitch, one strike you out. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. See, that's the difference, nigga. The pimpin' mashing for these riches, nigga. Nothing like you master magician, niggas. Smoking mirrors with your game, hella extras to reflect the opposite appearance of a lame. Bitches coming from y'all, I can't rock with those. Tender-footed and rooted in them doctor shows. Soft shoe rituals, minute residuals. Papers on life support, your loots and critical. Something I learned about when running my earned route and working with turnouts is murdering burnouts. Cause knocking one of you niggas for a scarred bitch, that's knocking one of you niggas for some garbage. I'm heartless regardless, empty with sympathy, but banked up to the max with pimpathy. No remedy for me, I'm like this. My life is vice grip, synced in permanent ink. You can't rewrite this. My blood type is P positive, beautifully deposited with a lot of it. I'm popping this shit, and when I pop it so hard I make a trapping ass bad bitch wanna hoe hard. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Come on, pimpin', man, pop that shit. Show these sucker niggas they can't stop that shit. Let these hookers know if they wanna cop that shit. Treat the bag like it's hot, bitch, and drop that shit. And to you hoes, if you ever took a loss, bitch, show these bitches how to bounce back like a boss, bitch. Let them know that the best way to floss, bitch, is reach that paper to some pimpin' hoe and toss it. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. We right back to it just like that, you dig? If you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. Hit that like button while I put some more love in my body. Some of this good H to the Izzo. Yeah, man. Where is that? Oh, short change say respect to freeze, but I know a lot of tricks getting over on hoes. Yeah, man. Uh, it's a lot of tricks getting over on females in the game, but they not necessarily hoes, right? See, in order for a trick to get over on a 304, she has to first make herself vulnerable. And a lot of these chicks in the game make themselves vulnerable to tricks. They make themselves physically vulnerable. They make themselves mentally vulnerable. They make themselves emotionally vulnerable, right? None of these things are things that a 304 that's under some instructions, that's receiving game and guidance every day, is going to do. The chick with the game and guidance of the ism, the chick that's going in there armed with the game every time, she's not doing that. She's not making herself vulnerable to the trick. So a lot of these chicks is making themselves vulnerable to the trick, and that's why they're getting over. The tricks is getting over on them. Because if you have a chick that's mentally vulnerable, she can have a cool intellectual capacity. She can be book smart. She can have knowledge pertaining to all kinds of things, and her comprehension can be great. However, when you're dealing with a professional trick, as there are many of them out there, who has specialized knowledge pertaining to what he does. Meanwhile, this chick, this girlfriend with this cat for sale, does not have specialized knowledge pertaining to what she does. It's a battle of the minds. And he gonna win every time if she coming unarmed and naked to the mental battle. He gonna win every time. That means he's going to convince her that he only has so much when he's got 10 times that. And, by her being mentally unarmed and naked, she gonna go for it. And then, it's just so many things. It's so many little tactics that they have that these chicks be falling for. And that's just one of them. But it's so many of them. And it's crazy. Let's see something. Okay. There we go. But yeah, that real 304, she coming armed with the game. So she's not going to make herself mentally vulnerable. So she's not going to believe what the trick is talking about. She understands that it's not about what the trick is talking about. It's about what she's talking about. She's not going to let the trick dictate the conversation. See, again, when a chick is mentally vulnerable, when she's unarmed and naked mentally, she going to let the trick dictate the conversation because she don't even know how to hold a conversation with a trick. She don't even know what to say or let alone what to do. So she gonna let him dictate the conversation. She's gonna let him set the terms as to what they got going on between each other. And if he's setting the terms, he gonna get a whole lot for a whole little. And she gonna go for it. Yeah, man. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Did your workout videos take a break? Haven't seen one lately. BGF in the chest. It's funny that you mentioned the workout videos. I'm actually gonna get that channel back active. I know I ain't dropped a workout video in forever, but definitely plan on dropping one or getting back, dropping more on a regular basis much sooner than later, you dig? Right. Like Noah say, 5G Wi-Fi, never let the trick narrate the story. Yeah, they letting a whole lot of that go on. Hold on. Only a piece sets the terms in any scenario. Soft white double belly. Who the hell is soft white double belly? That's funny. That's a funny name. Man in Pursuit of Purpose say Freeze is one of the artists who never is never an unauthentic representative of this game on the microphone 100%. Men in Pursuit of Purpose. Much appreciated, you dig? Cali Kid, I see you. Let's see. Yeah, man. But yeah, like I say, it's the game is flooded with girlfriends with cat for sale, and people don't understand that because it's not the typical structure, that there's still a structure. It's not the typical system, but there's still a system set in place with this game. Just like any corporation that you can get hired at has a system set in place, whether it's Walmart, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple, the whatever county you live in, government job, whatever it is, any entity that will hire you has a system set in place. And in order to abide and thrive in that establishment, you got to accept the system. You got to abide by the system within the system, right? The game is the same way. It's just the structure of the system is totally different than anything else, but it's still a system set in place nonetheless. And people, especially these girlfriends that come in the game with their cat for sale, they don't understand that, because there's not a clock that you punch. There's not a time sheet that you sign in on. There's not a supervisor. You know, there's not a HR department in the game. There's not a regional manager, a location manager, a supervisor, none of that. You know, all that stuff don't really exist in the game. So it's not the typical structure, but it's still a structure though. There's still guidelines. The guidelines just aren't tangible and like as visible like they would be in a corporate structure, right? but it's still a system. And that's where a lot of chicks go wrong. Like the chick I just was playing on Soft White Underbelly earlier. She was saying she was a student at UNLV. Then she followed some renegade into the game. And now, this is something that she said she would never do. Now she's doing it. She feels disgusted. She feels lost in the game and all this, that, and the third. She got involved and didn't understand that there was a system already in place. And she got involved not giving a damn about a system. She just wanted some money. And them type of people don't last long. That's why it's best for people like that to figure out that the game ain't for them and go back to being a square. Go back to that 9 to 5. Go back to school. The low end 304s is easy picking for the tricks. The 100 to 300 dates. Yeah, this one's even lower than that. Fire Fist say she followed a diamond from Players Club type of chick. Yeah, it's a lot of them that do that. But of course, when you young, you still got a lot to learn in life. And especially when you young and you ain't got no ism in your life, you have even more to learn. But that's the worst thing a chick can do is follow a renegade anywhere. You ain't supposed to follow a renegade to the other side of the house. You're not supposed to follow a renegade 2 steps. You're not supposed to follow a renegade across the street. You're not supposed to follow a renegade nowhere. Because a renegade don't even know where she's supposed to go. She ain't got no direction. She ain't got no GPS to success. She lost. She going in circles. She on a hamster wheel going nowhere fast. So you follow somebody like that, you're going to be lost in the sauce, man. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and answer a few questions, man. If you got any questions that I may have missed, you can go ahead and shoot the questions now, because now I'm paying closer attention to the comments. So we can go ahead and do that now. Tricks had more game. Yeah, some tricks with some game out there for sure. You figure if they out there dealing with 304s every day, they definitely bound to pick up some type of game. As crafty as females in the game be. Right, like men in pursuit of purpose say the instructions of a renegade will always fail her. All the time. Why did the renegade cross the street? Because she thought it was some clout on the other side. Glory to the game. Already wiped my feet at the door. King J, ATL, good looking. Cali kid, you stupid. To do a BBBJ. Oh, man. Why did the renegade cross the street to do a BBBJ? That's funny. That was a good one. That was a good one right there. That's real, too, though. That's what's so funny about it. Apple Bites. A trick can tell when a hoe don't got game. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just like a real 304, like I said, it's getting some game and guidance from the ism every day. You know, she can size a trick up right away and understand what she's able to do with him, understand what she's gonna be able to get out of him. You know, she can figure it out right away. Tricks can do the same thing with chicks in the game. You know, soon as she get to talking, he already know. First couple of words, he gonna know, just like a real 304 know. With a trick, they the same way. Of course, they ain't as sharp as a real 304. The sharpest trick ain't sharper than the sharpest 304. He don't stand a chance. But you right though, with them green beans, yeah, they could smell it on their ass as soon as they get close enough. Jose say, Freeze, do you feel any kind of condemnation for profiting off your brother's Patreon? Boy, who is you? When you know we have wanted the rest of the world to have access to his videos, you disappoint Sinful to P. Boy, I don't know who you is, man. I don't know what's up with you, man. But you, like I said, you got your mind on the wrong stuff, man. You know, and you probably behind a. Let me see some. Yeah, you just created this profile not even 30 days ago, just like I thought. Brand new profile. Yeah, just like I thought. How did I know that? One of them weirdos. All you care about is money, profiting off your brother's work. If that's the case, if all I cared about was money, like, pay attention to how I move. Pay attention to, like, the things that I do. Like, if it was just all about money, it would be much different. You got to think first. And I'm already knowing Jose is probably some little broad that want to choose up with my pimping, but no, she don't fit the criteria. She can't make the cut. You know what I mean? I'm already knowing. Jose is some little buckethead broad that wish she could have Freeze in her life, but you know, knows that it's never gonna work. But people funny. But anyway. Yeah, Calvin McDougal, it could be, but even if it ain't, it's somebody along them, you know, somebody that's a family member, a close cousin or something like that. But yeah, man. But yeah, shout out to all the real folks, you know what I mean? King ATL say it's sin. Patreon still operating. Yeah, it is. Tell us one thing about the game that us squares don't know. Shit, it's a whole lot that you don't know, man. But something that squares don't know. I don't know, you know, because every square Damn, I'm tripping. My bad, y'all. I'm sitting here running my mouth, not knowing that I had the microphone muted. I wish somebody would have said something a long time ago. I didn't even maybe I accidentally touched the button or something. Tripping. Damn, so y'all didn't hear me for a cool minute. I was talking shit, all kind of shit, and y'all couldn't hear me, man. I wish y'all had said something a long time ago, man. Firefist said Jose unplugged, freezes mic. That's funny because I was chopping Jose up and didn't even realize y'all couldn't hear me, man. Tripping, my bad. Yeah, that was my bad, man. I'm sitting here and I'm reading the comments. Ain't nobody saying nothing for a minute, though. But Sylvia, to answer your question, because I know you didn't hear me when I answered it, probably in like next month sometime, I'm gonna start doing the consultations, and I'll make it very well known when I got it going on, so you know you could schedule one. Y'all know Freeze, you know, always having technical difficulties. That's my name, Technical Difficulties the P. Technology be working against the pimp sometimes, man. But it's all good, though. Jigga 1017, Freeze, how do you keep conversations from being long-winded with broads, friends, and family in general conversation? I get accused of that often. One solution for that would be to listen more, right? Take the time to understand people more and, you know, ask questions. Be more of a question asker than, you know, a thoughts expresser, if you will. You know, you probably one of them people that like to express yourself a lot, but within doing that, you don't really get much understanding from the people that you're talking to, because you're not listening to them, and you probably not even mindful to understand them. You probably don't even care to understand them. But if you take time to understand people and listen to people more, and, you know, if the conversation gets stale, you know how to ask the right questions, then, you know, that's a solution for that. And asking the right questions has a lot to do with a desire to understand who you having a conversation with, which most people don't do that. The majority of people only care about what they saying. They don't care about what the next person is saying. You know, that's kind of like human nature to a certain extent. But yeah, that's what I would advise. Yeah, see, I like that, Jose. Keep telling on yourself. See, I'm getting more and more of an idea of who that might be. Keep talking, though. I like that. Keep talking. Keep expressing yourself. Hey, man. See, people don't understand that the pimping is like a psychologist, man. You know, pimping know how to read shit. But keep talking with your square ass, because you're going to keep telling on yourself. So keep on typing. Hey, listen, everybody, all the mods in the building, man, do not delete or do not time out Jose. Don't delete any of Jose's comments. Let Jose make it. You know what I mean? Because Jose going to tell them themselves. damn, as soon as I say it, Anton, Anton trigger happy ass. You did it. You made it happen before I could even get my point across. But yeah, let Jose make it though. You know what I mean? Because they telling on theyself. That's crazy. If this was Sinful the Peace show, he would allow people to call in. You want to call in, Jose? Let me see something. How can I do that? Okay, if I do that. Let me know, Jose. If you wanna join, let me know. Oh, that's not what that is. What is this? Oh no, that's not what I want to do. Out of there. I know Freeze the Truth is making you mad. Well, if you really know the truth, then I'm giving you an opportunity. If you want to call, just let me know. All you gotta do is say the word. I'll let you get on here and say whatever you want to say. I don't know. I think you got stage fright, Jose. I was giving you an opportunity, man, to get up here. You said you was making it seem like you wanted to call in. Now I'm waiting on you to say whether or not you're gonna do it. Yeah, well, we ain't gonna make the show about this sucker. You know, you had your opportunity. You obviously ain't on that. You obviously want to scream at the voice to text, because I know you screaming at the voice to text. But it's all good though. Hustle 24/7. Blessings, Pete. Much love from East Oakland. Much love, man. Blessings to you as well. You dig? Mike J. Womack. Oh, it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? I was just giving I was trying to give a sucker. I had the rope hanging right there. I had the rope. The noose was open for a sucker to stick their neck in. I thought I was gonna catch one tonight, but I guess maybe they were smart enough to not put their neck in a noose. So, hey, it is what it is. Julia Garcia, you funny. Hossein calling in. Yeah, another clout demon, man. You know them clout demons be everywhere, man. Just like how when you in Arizona, you see blue heads everywhere. You see fentanyl junkies everywhere. That's how these clout demons is. All over the internet, man. That's all you see is clout demons everywhere. Scratching for the clout. Breaking their neck for the clout. Pushing their mama down for the clout. Jumping over their kids for the clout. Grown ass men twerking for the clout. Just doing all kind of outlandish stuff for the clout. Selling their baby diapers for the clout. Just doing all kind of reckless stuff for the clout. That ain't cool. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, man. Sucker repelling as always. Good looking with the $5 holler, you dig? Blessing to the game, P, and the Death Row family. Both sides. The Death Row family, both sides. 27 the Indian school type ish. Yeah, you already know 27 Indian school, man. That's Zombie Land. Zombie Land. But yeah, man. Pimp gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. Before we go, you know I gotta put some of this H to the Izzo in my body. One more time. Let me hydrate before we get up out of here. All right, man, we gonna wrap this thing up. As always, I appreciate y'all tapping in and tuning in with a pimp. I appreciate all the comments, the jokes, the questions, the feedback. I appreciate you sharing this video. I appreciate you subscribing and hitting the bell when you subscribe. I appreciate all the super chats, the cash apps, the PayPals. I appreciate your support in every which way that you comes with it, man. Y'all already know who it is and what it is. Freezes it. If you out in traffic moving around, please do so in a safe fashion. And of course, as always, long live the incomparable Sinful to P. We out.